Connie Grace of the Minton Law Firm here to talk a little bit about texting and driving and what we all need to know. We all know it's a problem. Good to have you, by the way.
Thank you again.
But it's a big problem now, isn't it?
It's always a problem. It doesn't seem to be getting better. It seems to be getting worse.
Really, as young people, I think especially, but they're not the only ones, but especially you see them driving around on those phones.
Right, and most recently I think we've seen on the news people are taking selfies while they're driving, which is never a good idea.
Right, and that's part of, we're going to talk about specifically what activities are included in this, but we do have law here in Arkansas that prohibits texting and driving.
Right, we have Paul's Law, and what it covers is wireless interactive communication, which is not only texting, it's Googling on the internet, it's selfies, all of those things are a bad idea.
Okay, so it's not just texting.
Correct.
Exactly. Okay, so what does Paul's Law give us then?
It gives us that those activities are prohibited from everyone, no matter what your age, and it's something that is an ongoing hazard. The law is being tested right now because we think that this is the equivalent of driving while drunk, which warrants punitive damages. And in the past, the only matters while driving that were considered punitive damages were the drunk driving and drag racing if you're not on a racetrack like Martin.
Right, exactly. So punitive damages usually means you can get more in compensation from that, right?
Yes, and not all insurance policies cover it. So if you get caught doing that, it's possible in the future that those punitive damages may come out of the driver's policy or pocket.
Okay, so you have to know about that. Also, you say when you're in an accident and you suspect the other driver was texting or distracted, what can you do right away?
Well, you want to make sure that the cell phone records are preserved, and that is something we do at the Minton Law Firm, is send a notice to the driver to make sure all the billing records and all of your cell phone records are preserved, because it's easy a couple years later to come back and say, well, I changed carriers, I don't remember my phone number.
Right.
And that's something important to do at the beginning.
Yeah, that person's going to want to get rid of that information if they can, and if you act right away.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you should let you guys know, let your insurance company know that you think this may have been a part of the accident.
Right, a big clue on the accident report is when the driver says, I looked down for a moment, and when I looked up, it was too late to stop.
Yeah. Okay, and it's not just texting. There are other kinds of distracted driving that may surprise you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Putting on your makeup while you're driving is a bad idea.
Ladies, the mascara going down the road in the morning. Yeah.
Having small animals in the car, such as small dogs. We have 2 Pomeranians, and they would drive the car if they could, so we always keep them in a carrier.
Yeah, so if it can be proven that they were jumping around in some way, keeping you from paying attention to the road.
Small children can be distracting. Being too sleepy is driving distracted. There's a number of accidents that are caused every year by going to sleep, and we don't know that that's the problem in many of them, because a lot of them are one-car accidents.
Right, yeah, so we don't really know in those cases, but many times we suspect.
For sure.
That is the case. Okay, so 1 out of 8 drivers causing an accident, it appears it's because they've been using their cell phones.
1 out of 8 on the cell phone. If you're texting, it's more like 1 out of 4.
Okay, very, all too common.
Yes.
This time of year.
Almost 40% of adults questioned believe it to be admit to texting, and of those, 98% agree that it's a dangerous practice.
Yeah, and we've done the numbers on just looking down for 4 or 5 seconds. How far your car travels would surprise you.
At 4.6 seconds and going 55 miles per hour, you can go the length of a football field.
Okay, we say it again and again, but if you need the Minton Law Firm, if you've been in an accident and you think this has been part of it, you can always give them a call for advice, and go see them on the website as well. There's the information right there in Bryant. Thank you, Connie. We appreciate it. All right, put those phones in the back seat.